common distribution channel and divisions. So, what is a common distribution channel? What is a common division? Okay, so let me pull out the PPT for it. Alright, so this is it. So let's start with the problem statement first. Why do we need common distribution channels? The first problem is data proliferation. What do I mean by that? Let me explain it. Let's say we are creating a customer. So you use either VD01 or XD01. And when you try to create the customer, the data that you enter is, of course, the customer account group, sold to, shipped to, whatever. And then you have to enter org data, right? Which would be sales org, distribution channel, division, right? Now, imagine a scenario like this where you have US, okay, UK, Canada. So it's three different company codes and three different sales orgs. Okay, three different sales orgs. Now, in the US, these are sales orgs. Okay, so I'm going to put everybody on mute. As usual, you can unmute yourself and ask your questions anytime. These are sales orgs. Let's talk about distribution channels. So in the US, we are selling via retail, wholesale, franchise. Okay, and same here, retail, wholesale, and wholesale, franchise, different distribution channels, and divisions. What divisions? Let's say we are selling laptops, desktops, printers, and scanners, and mobile communication devices. Four divisions: L, D, B, M. L, D, B, M. Four divisions, three distribution channels, and at this point we have three sales orgs. Now imagine a global customer that does business with us in all the three countries, US, UK, Canada. Let's say a company like GE, which is prevalent in many countries. When we create this customer, let me change the color. When we create this customer, you have to create it how many times? You have to create it for every sales org, every distribution channel, every division, right? Let me show you how you have to create it. For every sales org, for every distribution channel, for every division. Meaning, for US, for retail, for laptops, you have to create it by saying US, this is retail, this is laptop division, right? And for US, you could also be selling wholesale to this customer, if at all you're selling. And then you'll be selling desktops also to this customer, because for customer there is no restriction generally on what you sell and what you don't sell. The way you restrict that is via listing and exclusions generally. So you have US, wholesale, desktop, and then you have US franchisee, and then printers and scanners. That's not it, right? There is more. Like how? Like in the US, we can sell retail and then we can sell distribution. We can sell desktops. So US retail desktops. In the US, you can sell retail printers. US retail printers. US retail mobiles. See, the list goes on and on and on. How many combinations do we have to do? This is a total of three sales orgs, right? And then three distribution channels, retail, wholesale, franchise, and four divisions. So if you do a standard permutational combination, you got to do 3 into 3 into 4. 3 3 is 9, 9 4s are 36. So every customer, if at all we want to sell in all possible combinations to him or her, needs to be created 36 times. This is what is mean by data proliferation. So you have to go to VD01 and create this customer 36 times, same customer. Or, in other words, I'm using the word create for simplicity, but what is the actual word? Extend, right? You create it for one sales org, one distribution channel and division using VD01. And the next time you use VD01 for another combination of sales org, distribution and channel, it's called extension. So you are going to extend the customer 35 times, first time being the creation. It's a pain, right? Unnecessary. The next time somebody adds one more division, you have to do all your customers again. It doesn't make any sense. Okay? Now, in order to avoid this, there is a concept called common distribution channel. What is common distribution channel? Right? A common distribution channel means the distribution channel, in this case 10, okay, 1000, 10, 00. 10 refers to a common distribution channel 01. And 20 could also refer to 01. 30 could also refer to 01. So, when you maintain the customer for 01 combination, 1000, 01, 00 combination, you don't need to maintain it again for 1000, 10, 00 combination. It's not necessary. Okay? So, one-time maintenance only based on the reference distribution channel, and you don't need to maintain it again for all the distribution channels that are referring to that distribution channel. This is called common distribution channel. The concept being, you create one distribution channel and let all the other distribution channels refer to that distribution channel from the perspective of master data. Alright? And it's not just master data like customer masters, even condition records follow the same logic. Pricing condition records. If you create it for a common distribution channel, which is the reference, you don't need to create it again for all the other distribution channels, because the same problem that we have discussed with customer master persists with condition records as well, right? Because typically condition records are created for sales or distribution channel combination, and the same problem persists there. So the same logic of reference distribution channel applies to condition records as well. Okay. Now, what are the restrictions here? Look at this. Cannot create master data for referenced distribution channel. Means if 10 distribution channel references 01, then you cannot create another customer master for 10. All the data for 01 is implicitly applied to 10 also. Okay. Now, changes in master data in the referred distribution channel will affect the master data in all reference distribution channels. So, if you do some changes to the customer in sales or 1000 distribution channel 10 and division 00. Then if you open another customer, same customer in another sales area 101000, since 10 is referring to 01, the data in 10 also will change. Okay. Now, from the perspective of SD, from the perspective of common distribution channels and divisions, the data that is affected is customers and conditions. Conditions meaning condition records. Okay? It's not just pricing condition records, any other condition records, say listing and exclusion condition records, so on and so forth. Alright? Now, where do you go for the configuration? SPRO, IMG, sales and distribution, master data, and then define common distribution channels, define common divisions. So let's go there real quick for a bit. Okay. SPRO, IMG, sales and distribution, master data, define common distribution channels. Okay, so go there, and as you can see, if you go to 1000, so this one is distribution channel for conditions. This one is distribution channel for conditions. This one is distribution channel for customer master. Okay, now let me show you. And anybody created their own sales org by any chance as part of your master data? If at all you have created, it should have been wiped out yesterday because the whole system was refreshed, I think. So let me show you an example. I want to show you an example. 01 is the distribution channel, and is this the reference distribution channel? I want to just find out real quick. For each combination, okay. Reference distribution channel for conditions that you want to use as a reference. Okay, so this is the reference distribution channel. That means for 1010, if you want some other distribution channel to be a reference with respect to condition records, you can specify it here. Okay, now the way to find it out is again to go to SPRO and then create a new sales org, new distribution channel, new division. That's the easiest way. So let's go there, create our own distribution channel, sales org. With sales org, yeah, we'll try a new sales org. Copy, delete, check, choose. Zero 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 one. Let's do US or US 01. Sorry. So sales org US 01 created. Fine. So we're going to create two distribution channels. Okay. Copy, delete, check. Source is 01, and the target is going to be we're going to create let's say, two distribution channels, retail and wholesale, right? R retail, RX, and right, we are also going to do wholesale. All right. So we have created two distribution channels. We have created US01 as a sales org and retail and wholesale as two distribution channels. And we're going to create two divisions, all right? So laptops, LX, and desktops, DX. Divisions. 01 laptops, 01 desktops. Okay, laptops and desktops. You have to create sales areas also now. So when you create the sales areas, you can create sales areas in many ways. You can create this sales area. You can create this sales area. You can also create a sales area like this. You can create a sales area like this. Right? So let's create two sales areas. US retail laptops, US retail desktops. Again, go to SPR, IFG, enterprise structure, assignment, go to sales and distribution, assign sales org to company code, and what is our sales org? US01. So assign this to company code 1000, save it. US01 has been assigned to 1000. Assign distribution channel to sales org. Oops, I locked it. Well, I think it's still saving it. Yeah, now window is open. Okay, it's because of that. Enterprise structure, assignment, sales and distribution. Assign distribution channel to sales org. So what's our sales org? US01. US01, we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this. We only need RX and WX, right? We're going to delete everything that's not required, keep it simple. So both retail and wholesale are assigned to the sales org, right? Assign division to sales organization. The one we are interested in is US01. So US01 is assigned to LX and DX, right? The rest of the things are not important to us. So only two entries are important, DX and LX, the ones that we have created. Save that and set up sales area. Again, filter by US01. How many entries are there? There are so many different entries and we don't require all of them, right? We only require this, we require this, we require what else? What's the other distribution channel? WX. Where is WX? And we require this, and we require this. Rest of the things are not required, right? So we're going to delete everything that we don't require by selecting them, okay, like so. These things are not required. Okay, we got 4 entries: RX DX, RX LX, WX DX, WX LX. Delete it, save it. Okay. Now we got the rest of the things are not important at this point. So let's go ahead and start creating the customer. Okay, VD01. Now in this case, ideally, all these sales orgs are set up, sales areas are set up, distribution channels and divisions are set up. So when we start to create a customer, and if you wish to sell that customer with via retail as well as wholesale distribution channel, and we want to sell both laptops and desktops to him, how many customer master extensions do we have to do? 1, 2, 2. 2 into 2, 4. 4 is the total number of extensions. So 3 is the total number of extensions that you have to do, apart from the one creation. First time you create it and 3 times you extend it. Right? If we have a common distribution channel, say RX referring to WX and LX referring to DX, then you can only create one customer and you don't need to ever extend it again. Right? We'll see that practically. Now, let's go select 0001 and select US01 distribution channel, WX laptops. US01 WX LX. WX LX is not defined. WX LX. Maybe this could be because common distribution channels are already defined by SAP as part of the copying process. So let's go there, go to Sales and Distribution, go to Master Data, define common distribution channels, go to US01 and see if entries are made there. Okay, look at this. The SAP has already made entries that RX refers to 01 and WX refers to 01. But this is not the case, right? We don't really want that. So we're going to delete these 2 entries. Okay, we don't need them. Or if they want to refer to themselves, you do that. Okay. RX. WX. Okay. So they are really referring to themselves. So there is no cross-reference here. Okay. So RX is referring to RX, WX is referring to WX. Save it. We've done that. We have to do the same thing with divisions. Go to US01. Okay. And this is referring to DX. This is referring to DX. This is referring to LX. We are doing a self-reference here so that there is no common distribution channel division at this point. Okay, save this guy. Go back. Now let's try to create this sales order. Customer. VD01, then US01, WX, wholesale, LX laptops. Uses external number assignment, that's fine. We are giving some number and we are trying to create a customer. The system has been reset, so it's taking a while, it's compiling the programs again. So once you do this transaction, if you do it again, it's going to be pretty fast. WX, US01, WX, LX. US01 WX LX. For this combination that we are trying to create this customer. Okay? US01 WX, okay, LX. For this combination, we are trying to create a customer now. Wholesale laptops. And then it doesn't matter, we're just going to give some stuff. Okay. Sales area data. We're just going to do the bare minimum. Part function is there. Save it. So 98765 customer is being created. 98765. 98765 customer is created for US01 sales or wholesale distribution channel laptop division. Okay. Similarly, you can start creating for US01 wholesale division B desktop. Okay. US01 retail and then laptop. US01 retail and then desktop. See, 4 ways, right? 2 distribution channels, 2 divisions. So by the law of permutation, 2 into 2 into 1 is 4. You need to create 4. You need to create this customer in 4 sales areas. Okay? Is it done yet? No. What we are going to do here is, since we have created it for US01 wholesale laptops, I'm going to create wholesale as a reference distribution channel, right? Let me change the color here. So this will be the reference distribution channel. This will be the reference division. Oops. The reference division. Reference distribution channel, reference division. Okay? Oh God, come on. Okay, while that customer is created, I'm going to open a new screen if possible. Go to SPRO, IFG, Sales and Distribution. Okay, the customer number 98765 is created. Sales and Distribution, Master Data, define common distribution channels. So go and filter by US01, the org of our preference. And then for retail, what should be our distribution channel? Reference distribution channel, wholesale, WX, right? So this is going to be referring to this. This is the pink one or the purple one is going to be the reference distribution channel. So RX is going to refer to WX, both for master data as well as condition records. Okay? RX is going to refer to WX. WX is going to refer to its own self. Okay? So there is no change here, but RX is going to refer to WX. Save it. And the reference division is laptops. So DX should be referring to LX. How do we do that? Go to reference divisions or common distributions, filter by our sales org, US01, and DX should be referring to LX. So LX is the common division. So DX should be referring to LX, both for customers as well as technician records. So DX refers to LX. LX refers to its own self based on this row, right? LX refers to LX. So DX refers to LX, RX refers to WX, meaning retail is referring to wholesale, desktops is referring to laptops. Now, let's try and create a customer in this combination, say. Okay, WX, DX. Can we do that? VD01, okay, US01, and we want this combination, WX, DX. See, is not defined. We have defined the sales org, but we have defined the sales area US01 WX DX. We have defined it, but it is not allowing it because WX is sorry, DX is a division that refers to LX. So if you create a customer for LX, you don't need to create a customer again for DX. Right? If you create it for LX, you don't need to create it again for DX. So it says, no, it's not possible. Right? So once you create it for this combination, the reference distribution channel, division, and sales org, you don't need to create the customer for any other sales areas combination because they are implicitly referring to the reference distribution channel and reference division. Okay? So the only time that you have to create it is for the reference distribution channel and division. All the other, any number of other sales areas, let's say franchise, and any other distribution channel, if at all they are referring to the reference distribution channel, you don't need to create the customer master and extend it again for all the different distribution channels or all the other divisions. Okay, this is reference distribution channel and division. Any questions here? No questions? Okay.